if I may push this to part of your interventions, if I look at the Terrorism Act of 2011, Section 2, subsection 1C, it did talk about this issue. Maybe I should quickly go through it and say, it says that a judge of the Federal High Court in chambers may, on an application made by the Attorney General of the Federation, National Security Advisor, or Inspector General of Police, and the approval of the President, declare any entity to be a proscribed organization, and the notice should be published in a national gazette. The Ohanese in the Igbo had come out in a report to say that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. And IPOB had also come out to say they're not a terrorist organization, legally speaking. Where does this leave the Biafra agitation, some of the issues they stand for, and in fact, IPOB and his perhaps supporters also?
Well, the Constitution in Section 39 gives the right to free assembly and association. And I think really, as long as you operate, you associate, and you organize legally and constitutionally. Now, an organization may legally exist, but may commit illegalities. And if IPOB has committed illegalities, certainly the law enforcement agencies should bring it to account. The point about the role of the military is not that the military should not perform its role when it is called in to play that role. But you have a situation where there is a civil crisis in the southeast, in Umuahia, in Abia State. The police should be the first intervention. Now, we continuously undermine the work and the role of the police. And the police is really important in national security. When you see the terrorism acts that are going on in Europe, in America, the first people that go in there are the police. You hardly even ever see the military get into it. Let us equip the police to do what it should do, because they are the ones who are trained to deal with the civilian population. They are the ones who would know who the suspects are that they are looking for. The situation we have from the video clips you have put off is of bullets all over the place. The military goes in, they're not asking questions, they are shooting. It's not their role to get into a civilian population to maintain law and order. And we must respect the military for the work they are doing in the Northeast. But coming to the Southeast and attacking and carrying out human rights abuses, as we have seen, does not help the image of the military.
Would you call that human rights abuses? Sorry if I may butt in. Would you call it human rights abuses if you have some security concern of a national security level? Would you call it human rights abuses? The military did say they were attacked by some of these people. And if you look at the list of what the military did put out, the DHI, they said the formation of Biafra Secret Service, claimed formation of... would you refer to such as human rights abuses?
We would like to see the police take the lead in maintaining security in the Southeast. And if the police went there and arrested Nnamdi Kanu and took him to court, in addition to the charge, and certainly that would be operating with the law or within the law. What we like to see is, and it's not about Nnamdi Kanu, it's about all time. You can decide that Channels Television or some other organization is decided to be by a terrorist organization. Anybody can decide to say that, and if the military decides to say that without due process, without respect for the law, then this country is in danger. Okay. And we must go back to history, and I keep repeating the story. In 1984, 1983 December, General Buhari overthrew the government that was in power then, the Shehu Shagari civilian administration, and enacted a rash of decrees. One was the State Security Detention of Persons Decree. And those of us who began the human rights movement in that period decried all of those decrees that were put in place by the Buhari administration, condemned it because it put in a whole lot of people into prison. Later, 18 months or even less than that, General Buhari was overthrown by General Babangida and was detained under that same decree that he promulgated in 1984, detained for almost 2 years. Now, we say these things, we condemn these abuses, not because we are interested in Nnamdi Kanu or anybody else, but because we're interested in protecting the innocent, protecting people who would be caught by the abuses that you would see when some of these actions take place.
All right.
Even those who are heading the army today could be caught by some of these actions that they are perpetrating today.